What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, we have to do a game from the Apex Soul Fighter Cup because the winner of it all, YBY1, he won. It feels like YBY1 is someone who has constantly always been, top 2, top 3 at world championships, at regionals, all these kind of things. And he finally won a huge, tier 1 circuit level competition, which also means winner qualifies to Tactician's Crown, means we are guaranteed to see YBY1 at Worlds this set. Oh my god. These new tournaments are so hype. I love this format. YBY1. Obviously, the final day is checkmate. He went 1-1-6-8. And then one kind of, at this point, it's kind of hilarious where, after 1-1, you're 16 points. So you only need a fifth to get in. He ends up going sixth, so just barely getting stuck at 19 points. And then this last game, all he has to do is deny people. So tried to deny people from hitting check and checkmate, and then closed it out in game 5. Also, shout out to Cow National 6355 on Reddit, where the thread was posted and he said the real winner is Sub-Zero, which, I mean, you're right. You are right. The number one YBY1 Glazer has logged on, and we gotta glaze this guy. I'm actually gonna watch, and sorry, this game started with a pause. I'm actually not going to watch his final game because I thought this game was really, really, really cool. This is a very uncommon line that he played this game, but when you hit the spot for it, I mean, you guys, you will see. So we start off Artifact Portal here. A lot of comps get kind of unlocked by this take. That's Ramping Rage there. And yeah, Ramping Rage, fine enough. Somebody asked me, like, how do I know what the power-ups are? Do I, like, speak 10 different languages? And the answer is yes, I'm fluent in Chinese, Vietnamese, European, Latin American. No, I mean, you can just tell by, like, looking at like the numbers, right? He power-ups here, and you see like 3%. And if you've seen all the Kale power-ups, 3% is Ramping Rage. Or this one is obviously Final Ascent, level 10, level 7 type stuff. This one is something 5%. See, I don't even know what that one is. See, I'm sure, like, if you gave me a sec, I could find it out. But honestly, we're not picking that up, so I'm not going to worry about it. All right. So to start off with the Kale here, Ramping Rage, good enough on Kale. Kale reroll, very high priority these days. Open this anvil up here. Wow, so I didn't know that this was the anvil that we opened here. I took a peek at what this game was, but it's a little surprising, right? I think most people would be really interested in taking Wit's End here, Wit's End into a Viego game, right? Wit's End here, you have half of like JG and Hodge type stuff, like Viego so strong with Wit's End here. But no, we opt to not take that here. We opt to take the Luden's Echo here, which is so interesting, but I think so smart in a world where, I mean, he gets Viego from Orb. Wait, that's actually so hilarious. And then, man, YBY1 is such a crazy player here. Like, I think if I was in this spot and I got dropped Viego, I would be so disappointed. But he immediately sells the Viego, makes 10, and he's chilling. We are back to our game plan. First augment here, I mean, not a lot really worth writing home a lot. You could take Portable Fortune, have double Orn item in this spot here. But he also makes a pretty interesting pick here. This is, it's not called Beggars Can't Be Choosers. It's the one where every single time you do not pick a unit, you every time you don't buy a unit, you get an extra 2 shop rerolls. Obviously not gonna be final form or it's over 9. It's funny that it's just in Vietnamese, it's just called it's over 9,000. This is 35%. Is that essence share? I think so, which seems okay. But I'll go translate it real quick to make sure here. Yeah. Though apparently it translates to psychic power, but it's essence share here. So team planner out here. Game plan immediately from Rip is we took a Luden's Echo here. So we are going to be playing towards Ahri this game. Really interesting, right? This Ahri reroll line is not one that I think is very commonly played. No one almost plays Ahri reroll. But if you're in this spot here where you are guaranteed to have Luden's, which is one of Ahri's best items, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Ahri already has this ability where one, her spell does a ton of damage, but it has this overkill effect where when you overkill, it splashes. And then Luden's also plays into that overkill really well. I've literally heard high elo players speculate that this Ahri unit with Luden's is bugged because of how good this interaction is. So we are well and true going to be playing an Ahri game. Remember, don't pick up the Rel here because we do have, I don't know why I'm not remembering the name of this augment, but we need to not buy units every single round because we need to not lose our free rerolls. I mean, what we really want to do here is just chill until level 7 and then Giga send it on 7. Could be a 3-5 or a 4-1, honestly. It's also interesting, like, have we seen a VO player? Also, what is this? Silvermere Dawn? Zach? Is that good? Wait, he's zooming around. I mean, I think that he's just zooming around because I'm on 2x speed. This looks like trash. What is the... It looks horrible. I mean, he doesn't scale very well. Does he scale at all with AD? I don't think he does. All right, that is hilarious. Who's doing that, by the way? I want to go back and see who that is. That's hilarious. All right. Ahri on Carousel would be an amazing pickup here. If we can't get that, we could take some kind of other damage item. No, it will be Ahri already. Oh my god, that is so good here. To already just start playing for the Ahri here, get her down onto our board. Certainly, I imagine going to sell the Cinder here and move power up over, and we will. Let's look for power up here. There's a lot of interesting power up options here. So I'm honestly down to, I mean, this is Sky Piercer here. This is at the start of combat every 3 seconds, gain 1 mana gen. This is 2 and 20%. I don't know why I am I can't think of what 2 and is that I don't know. Let's translate this one real quick here as well. Okay, it's mage, right? Every you double cast but do 20%. I mean, mage sounds pretty good here. Sky Piercer sounds good as well, but isn't it mage? Yeah. I like mage. I mean, now you're double casting. You're killing more people. I mean, you want to be, casting on really, really, really low units so that you can just, one tap them and then start spreading the damage. So let's see how this mage Ahri goes. Oh my god. I mean, and that is why people are talking about this potentially being bugged. I don't think it's bugged. I think it's just Ahri's spell does an insane amount of single target damage. And so you can buy that with Luden's Echo and you have something very, very fun and very cool. And the reason why Ahri is balanced is that her spell is single target. And even though it does this kind of like a little bit of overflow damage, it's really like not true overflow damage, but Luden's gives her that true overflow damage. So rotate into this guy here. This guy is level 5 here. I mean, you do have to get to first Ahri cast and really first Ahri kill to start exploding stuff. So yeah, that is the downside here. But I mean, to be fair, our augment suggests that we're going to lose streak, right? It's very unlikely that we're going to like giga win streak in this spot here. And that's totally fine. I mean, if we spike really hard 3-5 or later in this game, that guy's going to be Kog'Maw. This guy got the Shadow Clone Gambler's Blade. I played that the other day and just went literally the fastest 9 of my life, man. That thing feels so good here. Poppy items looks like here. I mean, JG Gargoyle looks good to me, but we'll see what Mr. YBY wants to go for here. Syndra too, but once again, not really interested in taking that here. Somebody's grenades may be lagging or something. Well, that's the upside of watching a VOD, is I can skip through all of this. Man, a lot of delays in APEC. Oh my god, this was a long delay. I'm happy I was not watching this. I would also be tilted if I was YBY1. That is a long delay here, but okay. Opts to make the JG. He's holding on to the Gargoyle for now. Wow, I'm pretty surprised he doesn't want to slam Gargoyle here. I wonder why. I mean, he wants to see what Augment is here. And I guess his thought is we're going to lose this fight regardless. Like, we're not necessarily playing really hard for win streak in this spot. Maybe Gargoyle would kill an extra couple of units, but whatever. Golden Destiny. I mean, the double dupes is pretty... Well, it's interesting, right? Because we already have an econ augment. I almost feel like this should be enough to hit everything. Patience is a virtue. That's what it's called. Finally figured it out. But yeah, he does have to take this here. I mean, we're not just going to double dupe Ahri here. Okay, honestly, yeah, it's definitely this now that I think about it. I think I and maybe others fall down this trap of saying, well, I already have an econ augment. I don't want double econ augment. But 3-cost reroll is actually oftentimes the comp where you do want double econ, because it's very expensive to hit RE3, and you saw into Planner, we haven't talked about it all, but our tank this game, we're gonna potentially play for a Swain 3 as well. And so it's, a lot of gold to hit both of those guys 3-star. And so you need a lot of. I mean, if you guys remember, Caitlyn Jace reroll from earlier on in the set, even though you'd have potentially like a lot of gold when playing that comp, you would never feel bad about taking something like the double dupes here, just because the board is so expensive. And then the other piece of it is 3-cost reroll. Usually 3-cost reroll really benefits from pushing levels. Even once you've hit your 3 costs 3-starred, you do still want to push level. And so that's the other piece of it here. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I've heard kind of conflicting things about Swain in this comp, because I think there is some value. Oh my god, our Ahri gets pulled in and we lose here. Down to 64 HP, a little scary. It's kind of interesting because Swain is not a Star Guardian, and I mean, he's not gonna be a Star Guardian. Is it just like blue buff here? I mean, that's a Poppy with belts. I think he's, oh, Rod here, interesting. What is that for, a Spark? It's not Archangels. Huh, I'm really curious to see what becomes of this Rod here. I guess it's Spark, and he's not worried too much about the tier item that he's gonna build here, but I think must be the level up here, and we must roll down and pick up everything that we can here. Buying some Ahris here, gonna continue rolling down. Ahri 2 is great, just need some frontline. Now we have the Swain 2. I mean, you are incentivized to roll a ton of gold this round because you don't want to be buying units next round because, you're gonna lose the Patience of the Virtue value. And yeah, the Spark, really prizes that Spark because, I mean, obviously, Ahri is magic damage. Obviously, the Luden's damage is magic damage as well. So yeah, rather than getting a third Ahri item here, he opts to take Ionic Spark. Wow, really smart itemization as well from Mr. YBY1 here. Really, really nice stuff. And so gonna be a great fight. I mean, now we are quite strong, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Power up here. That was he's just gonna, oh wait, actually no, he didn't power up remover. Okay, that looks like is that adaptive, the one that like gives you the extra resists? I think so, right? It's like up to, oh wait, no, 60%. 60%. What is that actually? Okay, let's look at it, and I'll translate this while the next fight goes. 1 and then 60%. It's really stretching my brain. Oh, 60% dummy. It's the one that summons the dummy. Which it's called Second Life / Twin Pact apparently in the translation here. Also, he didn't take the one that shreds Armor, and then the last one he didn't take was Classy, which it all seems pretty bad. I do kind of like this power up on units like this where setups where you're making stuff like Ionic Spark and you're just making that live longer. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting. I would actually think the 3-star that you would normally go for on this line is Nico, and maybe he will go for it. He locked Poppy here, which almost suggests that he's going to roll next round. And yeah, he is. All right. I mean, we're pretty close with the dupes here. There's another Ahri. I mean, there's a lot of value to rolling deep here. Opts to give up on the Nico at this point because we're so close to everything, and boom, Ahri plus Swain. We end up getting blue buff here, and we get to make Steadfast here. Oh, and he actually, very interesting, opts to get off of the and he just takes Gathering Storm here. He opts to get off of the Mage. Says, you know what, I'm actually like losing damage here for playing Mage. One of the things I'm curious about with Mage, does the Mage reduction apply to the Luden's effect? If so, then I would imagine Mage being pretty bad, and oh my god, that is why we like Ahri. So yeah, just moves over to Gathering Storm. I mean, I could certainly see this. All right, last augment here. I mean, is it Best Friend sounds like okay-ish. I mean, we're kind of too healthy to really be that happy about Spirit Link, but maybe he is just going to take it and say, you know what? I mean, we'll be low at some point. Removers again. We're going to remove her again here. So, and then what does he end up? Wait, was that? Okay, so this is Mana Gen. This is Mana Gen. This is Essence share here. And then, this is Keen Eye. Ignore 45% of MR. Sounds okay. Opts to take this over this, actually, interestingly enough. And then I feel like this should be obvious. 2, 10%. No, I have no clue what this last one is. All right, I'll look at this up. But he opts to take Keen Eye. I think a lot of people really like Keen Eye these days, just because like they've buffed it and buffed it and buffed it and buffed it. So I could actually see this. I gotta use another translator because I ran out of free translations for today. Vietnamese. Because what is this last one? It's Solar Breath. Oh, interesting. He doesn't actually have anti-heal here, but he thinks Keen Eye is better. Interesting. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like you're just gonna do so much damage, especially as well. I feel like Keen Eye and things like MR ignore in general is really, really fantastic when you're hitting backliners, because, you know, the spark is not going to spread to backliners. That's where Kenai will be kind of nice. And the Ludens, I mean, the Kenai should apply on the Ludens effect. So, you know, we're bouncing to backline and then hitting them with Kenai, which is actually kind of really cool. So maybe this is the best power up in his mind. So many power ups we've gone through this game, but I'm honestly a little bit more confused at this point than I was at the start, because I mean, I thought Mage was fantastic, but I could actually see Mage being quite bad because you're decreasing the Luden's damage. All right, the thing I was saying about Solar Breath is we're lacking Heal Cut here, so we'd love to take Heal Cut component. Can't get it, so we're just going to take a tier here, and, you know, maybe this can be like Seraphine item down the line. I mean, the other thing that I will say, because, you know, the Swain 3 versus Nico debate that I was kind of talking about. I mean, obviously he's getting Bastion and Sorkin here, but Nico's getting 6 Stargarden, which I would say is probably better. But we did find Swain 3 faster than Nico's, and it was kind of interesting because, like, we were rolling for more Swains at the point where we had, you know, not that many Nico's, and so he opted to just give up on the Nico because he knew he was going to hit Swain 3 before Nico 3. So it's just it's a very nice game to show off kind of unit prioritization. And, like, sure, he could have held those Nicos. You know, maybe some of you guys are saying, well, why didn't he just hold those extra Nicos? He could just have random Nico 3 here. Well, Nico 3 with what items? Why would we waste a bunch of gold making a Nico 3 then, if we are not going to be able to itemize her? This is a trap that I think a lot of people fall into, is itemizing units that just don't matter. Like, there's no need to itemize this Nico 3 here, because, I mean, she's completely unitemized at this point in the game. All right, bunch of, oh my god, the Ahri overkill was crazy there. That's actually also a bug fix diff, because there used to be a bug, they did fix it, where Ahri, I think, wouldn't get overkill damage if she killed Cassante because he kind of, like, brought himself back to life. But they did bug fix that there. So for anybody out there who says, Riot Games, how can their game have bugs in it? Like, I mean, they do fix a lot of bugs as well, and no one remembers the bug that they fix. They just remember the bug that they didn't fix. We'd love Heal Cut here, but we're not gonna have it. So I guess we're making Vow Shojin here. Okay, yeah. Dude, you see how he was, like, wiggling his mouse? I wonder if YBY1 is actually, like, he was really, I mean, maybe he's just doing that for fun, because I would be surprised if YBY1 has, like, a lot of nerves here. I would imagine he doesn't. This guy's played so many tournaments, and he's such a beast. And this is actually, like, I mean, it's not even a very scary spot. I also think this was really kind of crucial here. Leveled up, and he's not rolling on 8. We could roll on 8 here. You know, you could find a Jinx or something like that. He said, no, we're going straight to 9. Look how strong we are. Why would we roll on 8s? We have our 12 free refreshes. I mean, this is a little greed, but I mean, greed is good. I was literally just doing a coaching session with somebody, and, you know, they're in a very similar spot to this, actually, where they were very strong, but they opted to roll down on 8 in a spot like this to try to stabilize their board a little bit. But YBY1, one of the things that this guy is the best at is recognizing a spot like this and recognizing how to win the game. And that's what he's doing here. He's saying, I'm not going to roll on 8 and stabilize a little bit. You know, who cares about that? I would much rather push 9 here. I mean, well, first of all, the Koboko's fine on this board. He's heavyweight. He's mentor bonus for the entire board. And I really want to win this game, right? I mean, we're playing for a checkmate. This was game, I think, 2, right? Because this was, well, we'll see what the result is of this game. But I think this was game 2. And so, you know, he won the first game. So getting another win here puts you into an amazing spot to be, you know, getting it to check after game 3, which we actually, in hindsight, knew that he didn't get into, which is kind of hilarious. Still lacking that Heal Cut here, but I guess, who needs Heal Cut when you just one-tap everything? And obviously, we couldn't pick it up here. So we're going to take this Death Cap for a Seraphine item, pick up Seraphine here, which is huge, pick up the Jinx as well, which must come in here. Now we're 8 Star Guardian, which is so nice onto this board here. And yep, can move these items over to Seraphine here. Leave the Vow onto Poppy just because, yeah, I mean, it's good enough here. And this is our setup here. All right. He still has 14 rerolls, by the way. I mean, this is a little excessive, right? I think, like, greed is good, but to this level, I surely would have thought we would roll here for Seraphine too with 14 free rerolls, but he says, nah, who cares about that? Let's go level 10 from this spot. We're strong enough. Who cares about it? We can get that Koboko back in here. We could get, you know, maybe a Zyra in or something. We could, I mean, if we play Zyra, you get a Crystal Gambit in here, hilariously enough, but that's obviously a little crazy, but yeah, we are going to hold the line actually on this board here. Rotate into this Kog'Maw, double artifact Kog'Maw. Man, I didn't even realize this. This Kog'Maw setup is illegal as well. Oh my god, our round 2 actually doing great work there, and we kill them. Oh my god. This game has just been nuts, man. And now it's just us. I didn't even talk about, by the way, this lobby is so stacked. 60-second, Liluo, Huey, like Lightigo, Xiao, Grenade, Xiaoqi, Huey, Louie, like every player in this lobby, is a world's caliber player. I mean, that's just what happens when these tournaments exist. It's so cool. Red buff, finally, some heal cut for our board here. And on to the Seraphine. I mean, it's great. She'll take a little while to cast, but once she casts, she's hitting essentially the entire board. That guy holding on to just 4 karmas, right? Not more than that. Oh, now 6, I think, unless that was 2 different people. No, I think that was Lilo's 6th karma, right? Unless... That must be a karma 2 that he just hit on bench, because he didn't just hit karma 2, I don't think. But I mean, we absolutely clear him here. I don't think 60 seconds is going to have the resources to go to any kind of level 9 here. Oh my God. He just did hit another karma. Okay, so that must have been his first karma 2, actually. Okay, so good for us. Also hilarious. Oh my God, we were playing double rel on this board without enough gold to field anything. Even though we have all these rerolls, we just had to make Seraphine too. And yeah, he rolls down to deny the karma. 6 karmas out. We might as well deny here, right? I mean, that is the only way that this game cannot be a first for us, and it is not even close, man. I mean, just such a cool game from YBY1. This is what YBY1 is so good with. You know, lines like this where these are very underplayed lines. You frequently do not see this, but when you end up in a spot for it, you can just win the game for free if you know how to pilot it. And he piloted it perfectly, man. So well. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch for Metafile. All my links down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching as always.